It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. Okay. So we're back to talk about 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, which was a bit awkward, and that's why I made the thumbnail about that. But there's a lot of happening. I mean, just to be fair, it is kind of weird across the board between Julia having these bar freakouts, even though that was totally called for, but then also Angela not being happy with her breast reduction, Natalie walking into the house of pigs and mullets. This really was all over the board. I'm not trying to be shady by that at all. Again, I can say that because of the Tennessee thing. So anyways, no, it was a little bit all over the board, but I do want to invite anybody who wants to join me in the call. If you guys want to call in and just be a part of the conversation, you're more than welcome to. I don't like to just come on here and preach to you about the episode because you could have just as easily have watched it. So this is more of a conversation, and yeah, that's what we come here to do. If you haven't already, guys, go ahead, make sure that you smash that like button. Let's get some more people in the room. And one of the people who's already in the room, I'd like to invite up, as always, Kempire. So now should I bring you up? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Kempire, how's it going?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. I really enjoyed this episode. My whole week is crazy. I mean, it's all over the place here. I feel like every time I come on and I talk to you guys, I tell you guys it's all over the place, but it really is. Jason and I decided on a whim on Friday we're going to sell our place. We just moved here in October. We're doing something again. We're constantly on the go. And I even asked Jason, I was like, do we just thrive in a chaotic environment? Because I feel like that's exactly what we always do.
No, you're cancers. You guys don't thrive in chaos.
We do or don't?
You don't.
Oh, it feels like that. It feels like that's all.
Are you guys leaving Florida though?
Yeah. It's just, we thought that condo life, like we love our condo and we love being by the water and stuff, but it's just, we have dogs and we love the dog beach and that's 25 minutes away. And we were just kind of thinking in our heads, like with neighbors, and it's very strange living in a condo. You have everybody all over the circus who lives in the, you know what I mean? You get all kinds of personalities.
Over the circus.
Yes, the circus. You really do. Although, I do love some of the people in my building. It's 200 and something different units. So you probably have like 400 people. That's like going to school. You're not going to like everyone at your school.
Understandably. I did see that Instagram story. I was like, oh my God, they're selling. Where are they going?
Yeah, no, we'll still be around as of right now. But it's always something happening, So it's just, my whole point was it's been chaotic, but it's, again, it just always is. So with that, shall we jump right into 90 Day?
Yes.
All right. So just because I want to keep this as like a seamless, nice segue, one of the 90 Day Fiancé's cast members, I guess, who also would have something to do with moving, even though it's not really moving, it's more so real estate, would be Elizabeth and Andre. We're back with them again, and I know you love this couple.
I originally loved them. I think this season really made me fall out in love with them because now I really feel like this is a made-up, pre-produced storyline. I don't believe anything coming out of their mouths. I mean, I believe Andre a little bit more because he's just angry, but Libby, you could just tell, like when he came back and told her what happened with her father, her reaction. Oh, no one talks to my husband like that.
I thought that was, yeah. I'm like, your husband literally calls every single one of your siblings out of their name, like all the time, all day. What do you mean? Why does he get a pass? But also, one thing that I did believe was the attorney, when she was talking about renewing, the green card and what that process looks like. And he's like, it's okay. I did my best to bury my past. And she's like, okay, great. That's not how this works. And he's like, no, for me, this is how it works. She's like, well, still, that's not how it works.
I think it's going to be interesting, especially because also with next week, we are seeing that the laws for the K-1 visa are changing because now we're hearing that you might be responsible instead of just the 10 years, it might be a lifetime. I think that I'm not sure about that. I need to do my due diligence in regards to what laws have changed. So I'm not surprised by that particular story. I agree with you that seems to be as if like it's on the up and up. It's not pre-produced. But I mean, immigration has always been very fickle and it really depends on who you get in regards to how they're going to treat you.
Lifetime seems like, that kind of seems a little ridiculous though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I wonder, we also have another person in the call chat that I want to bring up. I'm going to wait until she's on the go right now. So when she's not, I'll bring her up. As always, K1 Visa rep. But I do want to ask about this because 10 years feels like a lot. But to sign, you don't know what's going to happen. What if you stay married to someone for 20 years and then you get Tom Girardi? You know what I mean?
No,
then how do you end up moving out of that? Are you just responsible for them for the rest of their life? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, this was just in a preview. Who knows how 90 Day is editing this particular situation. I need to do my own sort of research, and I'm not sure if it's going to vary from state to state. But to me, that K1 visa is a federal thing, so probably not.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
K1 visa rep. Oh, I want to bring this up really quick. Adam really took the drilling noise badly. To be fair, Tara, Michelle comments. That was a very frustrating sound. And I was doing 5 videos that day. So I didn't really take it badly, but I did want to go up there and please ask them to stop. Okay? That's all. That's the nicest way I can put that.
You're allowed
It's going to be very distracting.
Adam.
Yeah. Well, hi, Miriam. How are you?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
I caught that shade, Campire. When he said, like, Andre, he's angry. That's his truth.
I mean, I agree with you. I do feel like he's an angry guy sometimes, but I think it would be very frustrating coming to a different country and trying to figure it out when you have a lot of elements going against you. But I don't necessarily think he has to have the whole family against him. I think he chooses to keep this ongoing battle happening, especially when Chuck is giving him the opportunity, unless this is a fake storyline, to be like, hey, just put your ego aside and let's try to see if we can't work together. He's like, no, this is how I work. I'm going to come in and do this, and you're not going to tell me what to do. That's not how it works when you have an employer.
Not anywhere in the world. Like, you can talk like that to your employer. I think they are all aware that this is for a show. As long as they have this dynamic, they stay on the show and they can promote their business. So it's everybody is in it, but that doesn't negate that they are shady business here and that Andre had shady business there.
Okay.
Shady everywhere.
Okay, so you think it's
Dr. Seuss.
Shade all across the board. Okay. Well, I guess moving forward, I don't know if there's really much else to talk about when it comes to them as far as their storyline, besides the fact that he could potentially be in trouble in the future. But if you had to take a guess when it came to him potentially being deported back to his country, do you think that could happen? I mean, he's obviously hiding something.
That can totally happen.
I mean, it could definitely happen. I just think they're playing it up in regards to what shady business he had involved over there. If anything, I think whatever happened over there, he left there because maybe his life was being threatened, allegedly. So that's even more reason for the United States to keep him here. So he can actually use that to benefit him as opposed to hurt him. Because it didn't sound as if he was doing anything shady. It sounded like he tried to get away from doing anything shady.
Okay.
Unless the people who, if what you're saying is true, if they are in the government, they can plant stuff against him, so that he gets deported and they finish business with him, because this is how it works.
Miriam, you're giving us like old school mafia vibes right now.
Yeah, like, I'm in Jersey. Hello.
But he could also, even if that was the case, they say they planted something against him, he could easily say, on his behalf, they are out to kill me, and that's a reason enough for him to stay here. I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah, they're just adding drama. They want the suspense. Oh, I might be deported. I feel like that's the case. And in this situation, the lawyer is not in it with them. They really went to, this is a new lawyer, which is odd. I would think they already have a lawyer in charge of their file and stay with them. But this time they got a woman, I never seen her before, correct me if I'm wrong. So with a fresh set of eyes, everything she said are the disclaimer that lawyers give their clients. And he was combative about it because he knew the cameras were there. Everybody wins when they do that. Even the lawyer. Now everybody knows her in her town. She's in TLC, and everybody, oh, I need an immigration lawyer. I'm going to go there. So it's just
Everyone
shady.
benefits.
Okay. Wait, I want to segue here a little bit and go to another couple and see if you thought this storyline was pre-produced. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and show some love. But in the meantime, when it comes to Brandon and Julia, and they were doing the sit down at this beer bar, which she was obviously very frustrated about because they only had beer, which is kind of selfish, Brandon, just to be fair. I feel like his friend came out of nowhere when she was like talking to Julia about the green card and if she is or is not there for the right reasons. I don't necessarily think that that was a fake storyline.
No, I think what we probably saw was probably some editing. I'm sure a lot probably led up to it, but I definitely think some editing was involved and some pre-production was involved.
Okay. Do you think that maybe producers told her before she walked in, like, okay, let's see if you can't stir up Julia a little bit because she's already apprehensive about meeting you?
Honestly, I believe, yes, that. And I also believe they've told Brandon, find one of your girlfriends that looks just like Julia and bring her here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because she looks just like her.
There is a lot of to be honest with you, I don't want to be shady and I don't want to be like a blanket on everyone.
Yeah, I was about to say who, not K1 Visa rep.
Americans, they think everybody comes here for a free ride. So that part, I don't think was pre-produced. Just that part. The situational scene, yes. Julia, is she an actress? Hell no. She's immature. She's being herself. And she doesn't know a lot of things. But then again, that is the label that they label people coming to this country, that we come here for the free ride. It's easy, you know. There are some that do that, and most don't, because the most hardworking people usually are the immigrants, because they're so appreciative of the opportunities here and come with a work ethic that they need to work hard and they will get there. So
Except Andre.
Yes. Okay.
For the show, he knows he's handsome, and I think by now he knows that it's shady business what his father allegedly does. And they are all in cahoots. You can't have a family like that with such a vitriol in fighting and still doing business together. Like if I, well, no, I get it, but like, if I were her dad, I would never hire him, because that is toxic. If I would give him an opportunity, I would make sure they stay separate. He never mingles with the kids that he is always fighting with. But then again, do
you really think he's working with the father? Do you really think that Andre's a paid employee who's actually working?
And that is why I think it's all fake. I don't think he's really working, because if it was real work, I wouldn't put them together. I would keep them separate. I would have Andre do administrative work, or Andre not the other places. And plus, Andre has always been so disrespectful, like extremely, extremely disrespectful to his father-in-law. Like, I would never hire someone like that. I would say, no, you need to learn the hard way. You go at a regular job like everyone else. And then with time, if you change their behavior with me, if you treat me better, if you make amends with my family, my kids, then yeah, I might give you like a chance in our company. So this is why everything is a lie.
You know, the 90-Day producers are watching this right now and laughing like, yes, they fell for our pre-produced storyline.
No. Wait, I want to talk about another couple really quick, since we were talking about pre-produced storylines and some people who are or are not actresses. Obviously, Julia is not a good actress, but Natalie was claiming that she is, and a model, and a couple other things, whatever she said, a talk show host or something in the Ukraine. But she was talking about this with Mike and his mom on the visit to Oklahoma. Now, she says she was an actress, but it doesn't seem like she was trying to act like she wanted to be there at all, just to be fair. It was so awkward with Natalie and Mike's mom. Jason and I were totally divided when watching this, because Jason was like, Natalie's not even trying. Like, she could at least try. She's at his mom's house. And I was like, I wouldn't try either. His mom tried to ruin their wedding and was the whole reason that it got called off last minute. So I wouldn't be nice to her. And Jason's like, no, but it's his mom, so you have to try. And I was like, well, maybe then it's too soon, because the way his mom is treating her. Yeah. It's too soon.
Well,
It's too soon.
did his mom try to ruin the wedding unwarranted without seeing red flags? Let's remember, the woman
But hold on, Miriam. She doesn't know the nitty gritty of their relationship, so she should just stay out of it. He's a grown ass man. He's making this decision for himself, and no matter what he's told his mother, he still made the decision to marry this woman. And if it was me, like Adam said, I would come get her every time I saw her and give it to her, because how dare you ask some other, first of all, if you're going to ask someone to do it, you come up, you drive your butt up. I don't care that it's a pandemic, and you tell me to my face that you object to this wedding. If not, kick rocks.
Listen, I'm going to give you a Bravo analogy really quick, because Caroline Manzo looked at Danielle Staub one time with her red hair and said, you are a clown. And she said, I'm a clown. You're the one with red hair telling me that I'm a clown. And in this moment, you know, she's coming out here, you know, Mike's mom, and she's saying all of these things about Natalie, but also Natalie's looking at her like, you have 150 ceramic pigs and a mullet. Why are you looking at me like that?
She didn't say mullet. You added that last part.
Well, you know, but you know, that's what she's thinking. She has to be thinking. She's like, oh, wow, American hairdo. This is so interesting. And we're like, no, it has a story behind it.
His mom, she you have to remember, who feeds her information about the relationship? Michael. So he's the one here to blame, really, regardless of his mom, her hairstyle, which is hillbilly, white trashy, mullet. Like,
I didn't say that. I just said it's a mullet. Listen, over here we celebrate the mullet.
Yeah, but this is my thing. I feel like just from an outsider, if my son is telling me she threw the engagement ring on the trash, and so many times, like even in Ukraine, in Kiev, she did like bad things for a relationship. Like now,
in all fairness, she threw it in the suitcase, not the trash.
Well, you know, it hurts anyhow if someone throws something that's valuable to you. And whatever it is, it's very like the meaning is hurtful. I'm not saying that oh my God, he's a wallflower, but I feel like his mom, really, she's taking the side of her son depending on what he tells her. And we have to agree that Natalie now all of a sudden came out of the closet Luann of Ukraine. She was a model, she was a TV host and everything. She was very arrogant all along, and she was pushy, and her behavior was really depicting someone who really just wanted to have the green card or get married so that he can't deport her.
Right. Well, you know, also, to be fair, I thought one of the most genuine parts of their conversation would be when, you know, Mike's mom was talking. She knew based off of the butter that we saw last season that Natalie wasn't going to like a chocolate on chocolate cake, because Natalie doesn't like sweets and she likes healthy stuff. So, but that doesn't matter, because their tradition, and it was their birthday, they like this certain kind of cake. So Jason pointed that out, and he said, well, she did know that she doesn't eat that kind of cake. I said, who cares? It's not her birthday. But also, in Mike's mom's defense, when she was asking about a potential career or if Natalie has thought about it, I thought it was a great suggestion that she said, well, why don't you look into being a translator or something like that? And Natalie's response of, you know, for me, I just want to do what I want to do because I only have one life. I was like, well,
look, Natalie can be very abrupt. I don't like the way she responds to people. It could be a cultural thing, but Mike's mom, mind your business. Why are we talking about this? Mind your business.
Okay.
If I ask you, if we are a family, and I'm asking you, what do you think you want to do? And I give you a suggestion. Come on, that's not out of line. She's not minding her business.
You didn't want me to marry your son. Mind your business.
Listen, when
not you, Miriam.
I was thinking about that first. I was like, what?
Oh. Listen, if it wasn't someone suggesting to me to be an interpreter, I wouldn't have been an interpreter, and I made a lot of money. So she's being arrogant. She thinks she's gonna get a modeling career, like or a host job like that. Like she needs to get a grip of herself. She's very
No, but
delusional.
like I said,
She'll get a
You have
host
to
job of
remember-
OnlyFans.
oh no.
And
But like I
interpret-
said, you have to remember where this is coming from. It's coming from a woman that's wanted another woman to interrupt and object to your wedding to the man you allegedly love. And yes, I said alleged because we're still not sure. I would be every time you said something to me during this trip, I would be coming for you. You
I mean,
and
they're
your
both
kids.
doing it to each other. They're both doing it to each other.
mean to her
Yes.
son. She was
Yeah, but-
mean to her son.
Right, but
She
also
was mean.
at this point they're married. So at this point you just have to why are we still even dwelling on it? At this point, I feel like we have to move forward. And she even tried when she
Another-
first got off the plane. She said, "I like your shirt." Nobody liked that damn shirt. She said,
you-
"I liked your shirt."
I
Now,
think
one of
everyone
us
read
here-
the sarcasm in that because anytime Natalie doesn't have anything nice to say, she compliments these folks on their tacky wares.
No, she does not Regina George them. She was trying to be nice. And she was just like, "Listen, you have a nice shirt." And then Mike's mom goes, "Oh, really? Why is that?" She's like, "Oh, the pattern, the color." Like she's doing her best. At least she's trying.
She also said she loved Uncle Bo's style. We know she was lying.
She's
Oh.
rude.
Is Uncle Bo Mike's mom's brother?
Brother. No idea.
Because that would make a lot of sense.
Oh, damn.
That would make a lot of sense. That's not shade. I just like
We need to find
Nothing
out, though.
makes sense. Nothing makes
okay.
sense.
Okay. Well, moving on, I'm about to bring up another caller with us too. I just want to go to Angela and Michael really quick because Angela went through her surgery and I felt so bad looking at her because usually we like to see the funny videos of people being like sedated and like put out on this anesthesia where they come up and they're like saying funny things and being hilarious. This was not hilarious. This was kind of scary, especially knowing the health concerns that came with it. For Angela, she was not happy with what was done. She felt like the doctor took way too much. And technically, I just want to hear some opinions really quick. The doctor did tell her he was going to take 1 pound off of each breast. He ended up taking 2 pounds. Isn't that, I mean, that's not what she signed up for. Can't you get in trouble for that?
No, I'm sure in her paperwork, and I'm also sure he's explained to her, which probably was edited out, that it could be more.
Yes, I agree.
But doesn't she? Oh, okay.
She's still a triple G. Oh, no, a triple D.
Yeah, she's a triple D.
That's a lot.
Hi, Dana.
Hey,
Hey,
Dana.
hey, everybody.
Hi. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that like button. Dana, what did you think about Angela's surgery and her reaction to the results?
I could tell how disappointed she was, and rightfully so, because he's showing her the mirror of the results, and she looked flat as a pancake. But she still had all of the extra weight to go from the bariatric surgery. And as she loses more and more weight, she's going to look busty. And the
Right.
doctor was trying to explain to her, he knew that with the weight loss, he was trying to modify her in a way that she would be healthy and proportional.
Right. So it's long-term results, it's not
Yeah.
going to happen short-term. Well,
Yeah, he was thinking in the long term what was going to be appropriate for her.
that kind of makes me feel bad for him, though, because her reaction on screen and how she's talking about it on the episode, it doesn't make you want to sign up to go to his office. It
No.
kind of
I
makes you
wanna
think,
sign-
like, okay.
But he, instead of just doing what a lot of doctors will just like, I've seen it where somebody goes in and says, you know, I want a triple U for boobs, right? And
Not a triple U.
it's not appropriate because their bodies cannot handle that. But some doctors will do some crazy things to the patient just because they have the money and they want it.
Right.
Right.
It's unethical.
I mean, you've seen some of these people on TV or on YouTube where their boobs are like this and their bodies are like this,
No.
and
they're-
they can't carry them around,
oof.
and it
Okay.
causes all kinds of medical problems.
Yeah.
So he was thinking, what is for her best interest for her life?
I'm curious to see by the end of it, and I'm sure they'll ask her at the reunion, you know, Angela, how do you feel now? Because she's obviously lost a lot of weight at this point, and her body's changing. We can see that from her confessionals or her interviews, whatever you want to call them. I'm curious if she's now happy with the procedure. And that's such a personal question, and it kind of feels weird even asking that, but really it's not, because this is her storyline. So this is what we have to talk about. I do want to acknowledge the super chat really quick. Kiki Lee 91785. Thank you so much. Hi Adam, long time since I catched you live. Thank you for the super chat. All right.
What
Can I
killed
say
me though
something
was
here?
yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think it's short. I think Michael, he has worked and earned the green card to this country. So immigration, if you're listening, this man please, he's a good person. He has taken beaten and abuse from Angela. Give him the visa to come here.
Kim Fire, why do you not agree with this?
No, I do not. The fact that in this last episode, Michael was more focused on her boobs as opposed to her health. She just had horrendous 2 surgeries. And he's like, and when the doctor explained to him what the boobs are going to look like, and he wasn't happy with what they looked like currently, I was like, I get it. This is a real situation. This is a real situation. There are a lot of men that would probably feel this way and that aren't being reported. But I was just like, this is very disappointing. That
I want to defend Michael here.
If you love somebody, even if it was garish or whatever, you would not respond to somebody you love like that just got out of surgery.
Okay, Dana, here is my pushback here. If you love somebody and you know when you got married, you agreed or you made him believe that you really are going to seek a way to have a child.
Oh, here we go.
And instead of that, you go for plastic surgery. So you guys are asking love from Michael. Let's get some love and keeping up her promise from Angela.
Let's be real. I love you, but let's be real.
No, this is just fun. This is bad. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. There's nothing bad here.
No. I love Miriam. We can do this.
We can do this.
Insofar as giving birth to children, she's not Janet Jackson. Okay? She doesn't have the money Janet has. She doesn't have the health Janet has. Okay? It is not healthy or feasible for her to give birth to a child.
I agree with you. But Michael, he comes from a country or at least he comes from an area that is not that well educated. So he was believing everything that Angela was telling him.
Well, then he's a dumbass.
Angela made him believe that is doable. Angela made him believe that is doable. That
she told him she's too old. She told him.
Yeah, but she told him that there is in vitro, there is like a surrogate, or let him get married to someone.
You guys are arguing over this baby situation. Michael was mad in this episode about
boobs. He was mad because she looked flat as a flitter. And he was afraid his good wife wasn't going to have any big boobies. That's it.
And also, just to be fair,
I love you.
If I just got something altered on my body that was supposed to be for health, but maybe something didn't look right, and I got out of surgery, and Jason wasn't around, and then someone FaceTimed him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not happy with that."
Yeah,
well, this is how I look now, mother.
Yeah,
you can't not be happy with it now. This is how I look. This is what you have to deal with.
I do like the fact that the doctor brought up about women in Africa not getting the mastectomies just because it is such a huge deal for women to have breasts in his country and in the continent. So I thought that was an important thing that he brought up. And he's right. At least you still have triple Ds as opposed to getting, God forbid you had cancer and you had to get rid of your breasts altogether. That's a real situation that husbands and wives have to deal with.
Is Angela following the doctor's orders? Did she stop smoking?
Leave Angela alone.
I know. Yes, I have to agree with him. And I have to say, by the end of it, what I liked about Angela the most was at the end, she's like, "Doctor, if Michael leaves me, are you going to marry me?" She's like, "I know you guys have side chicks. I'll be a side chick." I was like, Angela.
First of all, I'm sure the people in Africa did not appreciate her term of side chick. It is other wives.
I know. Yeah. You have to give it to her.
Kip Fire's eyebrows go all the way to the top of his head. Did you just see that?
Me?
You have to give it to her though, because her heart was hurt.
I believe her heart was hurt, but I also feel like they're playing it up for a storyline. Michael is happy with the breast. Michael will be happy just to be here in America. I mean, unfortunately, it's not Trump's America anymore for him because we already know he loves Trump, but he wants to just come to America.
I did see an interview later with another lady where she was talking about they are arguing more now.
Oh, I feel like they always argued.
I was about to. She got mad at him for not answering. She's like, Michael, why did it take you so long to answer the damn phone? And
but
it was like
I think
3 rings.
It's coming more from him.
Well, because probably at the end of the day, even though I love Angela Dean too, at the end of the day, sometimes when you have somebody yelling at you on the phone, if they're not understanding you or if there's a time difference or whatever, you can only get pushed over so often. He really is a doormat for Angela.
True.
And I love Angela. But he is a doormat. Like no, baby, I'm sorry. Baby, I love you. No, baby, it's okay. It's like at the end of the day, that has to be exhausting too, because you're constantly apologizing or trying to put out a fire when there really doesn't need to be a fire. That's exhausting.
And he can't bring
care of him in Nigeria. Remember a couple of seasons ago, she was paying for him to stay at home because she didn't trust him.
And he can't bring her cake anymore.
Can I say something here? Another thing that I'm going to point out to the beloved Angela. So she almost killed the man every time he cheated on her, or he even implied that, or his aunt,
allegedly,
cousin, that he can be allowed to have another wife so that he can have a child. And she went ballistic on him. But yet on national TV, she's flirting with the doctor, and she's telling him, I will be your side chick. Michael, when he hears that, when he sees that, he's not going to be happy. He's not going to.
But at least Angela owns it in her confessional. She owns it. She's like, if the tables were reversed, I would be very upset. She owns it. She's flirting.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it right. I mean, I see what Miriam's saying with that. Even though she was totally joking. But if Michael, and she, like you said, she admitted it. If Michael would have joked around like that, she would have had him by the throat. She would have just grabbed him by the neck and been like, listen, Michael, you don't do that. I feel like she probably, if cameras were not rolling, I feel like she would smack you around. She thinks you did her wrong. Like, Angela is a tough cookie.
She'd have to doctor neuter him.
Wait, but we're acting as if Michael doesn't have side chicks. Literally has side chicks in Nigeria right now. Let's not play stupid.
He better not, for his safety. Angela.
Look, stay tuned for the interview on my channel. No joking.
She will get a round trip flight just to go whoop his. Anyways, though, I feel like we're not going to sway Miriam to the other side on this Angela Deem and Michael situation. So let's just go on to a different couple. One that I know Miriam is rooting for so much for them to stay together. Miriam loves this man, Kalani and Asuelu.
Oh, Lord.
Well, his name tells it all. In Brazil, usually we nickname people with the first 3 letters of his name. So if it's double S, there you go. That's his nickname to me.
You just called Asuelu ass?
Yeah. No, I didn't, because I don't want to flag your channel. And I'm polite.
So you just indirectly did it to where I was silly enough to repeat it?
Yes.
She set you up.
Okay. Dana, how do we feel? Kalani and Asuelu, obviously, their storyline was this house shopping, but we see how unhappy Kalani is. However, her dad has a conversation with her, just letting her know, listen, from where I come from, culturally, you don't get a divorce. You make things work. So unless that's, the last resort and you feel like you have to and you've tried everything, that's not what you should do. Whereas Asuelu, on the other hand, is over here, and divorce is not even in his mind. He has how serious Kalani is. Do you think this relationship will work long term, or do you think eventually Kalani will file for divorce?
I think at some point she's going to divorce him because she was a virgin when she found him. All the hormones got rocking. She got pregnant.
Wait, she was a virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
Hey, you can't take that moment away from somebody.
I don't believe it.
I believe it, Kalani.
I believe it.
I believe it. I don't know how. Listen, I don't know how gullible you are to take Asuelu as your first, but I do.
But look, if he is in his element where he was growing up and he's wearing, the grass skirt and doing that fancy thing he does, he's quite charming in that element.
Right.
We saw him do the dance in the airport. Everybody was loving it, right? So in his element, he's quite charming doing his thing, but bring him to America and he's clueless. He's a clueless 13-year-old in a man's body.
Ooh, you're saying 13. I was thinking younger.
So I feel like her dad is going backwards to when he was trying to convert to more of American ways and what wives expect. And now he's softening up to Asuelu and sort of taking him under wing because he wants it to work now.
I don't think so.
It's almost like he wants to adopt him, whereas he used to get angry at him all the time.
I think the father also realized that Asuelu is not dealing with a full deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
no, honestly, I don't think Asuelu is.
You muted out, and I don't know if you did that on purpose.
Right? I'm like, wait a second.
I don't.
You muted out again.
The universe doesn't want you to say it.
Yeah, the universe is trying to stop you.
I don't think he's technically his age emotionally.
And this is from a therapist.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Fair. No, honestly, I'm not a therapist, so I'm going to go with what you say.
I just don't. He doesn't negotiate the world in a way an adult would. He doesn't seem to understand a lot emotionally. His emotional intelligence isn't where it should be.
Yeah, but there's a difference in culture, and honestly, I'm not saying that they're not intelligent, but really, over there, he's good because they are very secluded from what civilization is. You know what I mean?
But look at her dad. Her dad's emotionally intelligent.
Well, her dad is emotionally intelligent. I'm not saying no, and he's financially intelligent because I'm sure he's getting a paycheck from TLC as well. This is what I wanted to say. I feel like this show is at its best and it only tackles the part bringing them to the United States. The moment that it's journaling their journey, there is something about it that becomes disingenuous. Even when it's obvious it's not going to work out, they stay in it for financial reasons because they're making a little money from TLC, a little check from TLC, and a lot of check from Instagram, and a lot from Instagram. Just like all of them, all these couples that we think like, what are they thinking? Well, they're in it and they blame the other for being that beat a husband that doesn't work, this and that. But let's remember, you're making the little check and you're getting followers on Instagram because you were in this relationship. And, and I'm talking about Asuelu, and as much as I dislike him, without him, she has no story. She's not there. She was supposed to be there till he came to America, period. The continuation, everybody's in it. So she's not going to leave him. This is why she's buying a home. Like, who does that if you think you're divorcing someone? Who does that? Nobody. And the same thing with the dude from South Africa. What's her name? Like, Ronald, she keeps saying that he doesn't work. Well, you are working because he is in your life. The moment you break up with him, what's going to happen to your story? They're not going to journal you as a single mom here.
Well, technically, she could be journaled as the single life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Have you guys watched The Single Life? So good.
Oh, God.
But with Asuelu and Lonnie, wouldn't she still be responsible for him if they divorced?
Yes. Well, that's what we're trying to find out. If it's still the 10 years that we've known it to be, or if now the rules are changing and it might be a lifetime.
And it's not going to just be Tiffany because she's seeking a co-sponsor. So it'll be Tiffany and whoever her co-sponsor is.
Which might be her dad, because she has to, in this next upcoming episode, tell her dad about what she's been holding back, which is the gambling addiction. Okay. And then hopefully ask him to co-sponsor. I just don't think he's coming over though.
Differ from state to state. The rules differ. And if they actually changed as a whole country, I think this is another disincentive for
Right.
people to use this visa. They're trying to make it as if, like, listen, you're just thinking of bringing this person, you're stuck with this person for life, financially speaking. So that could
Okay.
be it.
Okay. Well, Tiffany and Ronald, obviously, Tiffany is not budging and she's not going back to South Africa. And it's sad that it takes her son to tell Ronald what exactly, I mean, how they're feeling. She's trying to hold this back because she's hoping in some cockamamie world that his visa is going to be approved, even though we just watched the attorney tell Andre, before they were picky about who they let into the country. Now it's like they're looking for everything that they can to pick you off of that list to get your visa. And for Ronald, he has charges.
Yeah.
If he has charges and a criminal background, then he's most likely not going to be approved to come into this country. And with that, she has to stop holding this back. I agree with her friend or her sister, whoever that was. I agree with her when she says you have to be transparent. And Tiffany's like, no, I think I'm going to keep holding this information back until we find out whether or not he's approved.
She knew this from the get-go. She knew it. She knew it that he had a past before they got married, and she still got married. She knew that South Africa is not safe, and she still played and took her children there. She had a child with this man.
I like the wait. I just like to stop because I don't really love I don't like the narrative that Tiffany is playing that South Africa is not safe. I don't like what happened.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Uh-oh.
I just had my cat try to climb me like a tree.
Oh, I thought you had like a muscle spasm or something.
No.
But no, just to interrupt you, Miriam, because I don't like the narrative that Tiffany's putting out there. It may not be considered safe to her. I just don't like people saying that about South Africa when that's not necessarily true. South Africa might be just as it might be just as unsafe as some other neighborhood here in the United States.
It's not my opinion. I'm using her narrative.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Tiffany, what she's putting out there. Miriam, did you freeze?
That's right, Miriam. We told you. Okay. All right. Moving on. Guys, again, if you haven't already, press that like button. We do have one more couple to talk about. Yara and Jovi.
That's how boring they are. That's how boring they are.
That's terrible. I didn't mean to do that on purpose, but yeah, we have Yara and Jovi coming up, and Yara, I feel bad for her. She's a new mom, but she knew what she was. She's another one who knew what she was getting herself into, but reality didn't hit until now that she has a baby and he's about to leave her by herself. She was so genuinely sad in this episode. And you can tell at first when he was trying to be so nice with the date night and he's like smiling, and he has I like Jovi's smile, but when he's smiling and he's like looking at her and kind of just like, how is everything? This is our date night. And he's doing this big build up into letting her know, okay, I have to leave early. And she's like, what? What did you just say? I felt bad.
Yeah.
I did.
I feel bad for her as well. And I feel like this is a couple that, they have a baby together and she's here. So there's at least a minimum basis of it's a true story. But I just feel like they should stop filming them. It's over. Like we don't need to know what's going on in their lives now.
You just want them cut out?
Miriam's like hardballing it here. She's like, "We're done."
But this is
Miriam,
what
you need to be nice still today.
When we catch them lying, making up storylines, and I feel like now it's a different situation. It's a real family that will have a hard time staying together, because what I envision Yara doing is really packing her things and going to live in her country. Since you can't be with me all the time here in the United States, why would I be here alone? At least over there, I can have, again, a career. I have my mom there. She is really she has valid reasons. I feel like both of them, they didn't really cheat or deceive each other. They just got into a situation that they had a baby and she came here and they genuinely liked each other, at least for their age. What is love? They have all these emotions because it's different, but now they're becoming adults very fast, and I don't think it's content appropriate to the show anymore. And this is where like people like start doing things just for the show. And we might see them at some point doing that just to stay on the show. But I truly see her going back.
But she can't technically go back anyway for a little bit, right?
When you have your green card, her visa to become a green card, she has to live here at least 8 months out of the year or 10. So
Okay.
she can leave momentarily and come back. She can do that. But when the moment she's going to go back to her place, to her friends, believe me, it's going to be really hard to come back here. Because you know what? They can go back to seeing each other like they used to, just flying to places. And you see me and your daughter there, because he's going to be missing out on the milestones of his daughter, even if she's here. So at some point she's going to wait. Okay, he's missing them anyways. Let me at least be happy and where I have support. Because here, as much as Jovi's mom is amazing, I love her. I hope this is who she really is. She's not her mom. She's a stranger to Yara. So I feel bad.
I agree with Miriam. Wow.
I know. This is the first time I'm agreeing with you today.
Yeah.
It's the first time I'm agreeing.
Well, listen. We have to keep it,
she's like, listen,
here so that we don't.
If her hair was down over there, she would do a flip. She's like, when you know, you know. You know?
I wonder if it could get to the point where she could, when he's gone for a few months, she could travel and be with her mom and then come back.
I think that would be fair, but during the pandemic, I don't think that was an option.
No, but it looks like when I see them on social media, it seems to be working out. I mean, he told her if she would be a little patient, he's going to work out a schedule where it would be better so he could spend time with them.
But not for the green card. She can do that. But
no, he was saying.
Well,
no, yeah, he has to change his job technically at the end of the day. Is what it is.
That's an option. But I think he gets paid very well.
I love how we've made this couple so interesting enough to talk for as long as we have.
I think we've only given them like 5 minutes.
That's all they needed.
But the sad thing, 90 Day Fiance is supposed to be about couples finding each other and falling in love and getting married and having families and it being a happily ever after. And we're saying, oh, it's working out. They need to go.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying.
That is true. What kind of shit is that?
No, I feel like it's not, because look what's happening with Andre and Libby. Like, it's all fake. Okay, he came here. They're together. That's the 90-day visa. He got it. But
so now you're done with them.
It's not that I'm done. Yes, I am done with them. I understand them. But my point is, like, everything they're showing us is fake.
This is Andre selling a house. Oh, it's perfect. 2 kids, 3 bedrooms. Perfect. Everything you asked for. Nice price. Better buy this. Not showing you anymore. Where's your money? Like scaring them into buying the house.
He's like, you buy a house now.
But wait, I just like one thing I'll say about Yara and Jovi. It's not that we don't want to see a happily ever after couple situation. They're just boring. They're not interesting. I'm not saying there needs to be drama. Their storyline is just the same thing every episode. And it's like, all right, you could have stayed on 90 Day Fiance. We didn't need to see your happily ever after. Congrats.
Gosh, you guys are critics. Okay.
I just
guys, with that, I want to go around the room and kind of find out what we're all, I guess, most excited about before we go to round this off in a positive way. I also have another interview coming up in 15 minutes, but I'm not going to be doing it live. I'm going to pre-record this one, just as like, I guess, a teaser to know what I'm doing, even though nobody even asked. Anyway,
please.
What are we
waiting for you to spill the beans?
Who are you interviewing?
I'm not telling you.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what? I started telling people who I was going to have on my channel. And this is just me talking. Well, I was about to say this is just me talking to you guys, but everybody else is in the room. I was telling people who I was doing interviews with and who I was doing collabs with. And then all of a sudden I had other people who I know or used to know, whatever. I just had other people who were taking my interviews. So now I'm like, no, I keep it a secret. And I think keeping it a secret until it comes out is the best way to do it.
And I was honestly joking. I would have been shocked if you actually told us. But no, you're right. That's what you should be doing. You should be moving in silence.
I know, and I never did that before. I used to always. Jason always tells me, he's like, "You talk too damn much." Like, that's what I thought YouTube would be great, but I can't talk too damn much about what I have coming up, or else it's not a surprise. And then when it comes up, it's already came up somewhere else. So
especially here in the YouTube world, like I notice people are like they are watching. They are watching,
and they're popping up in your chat.
They try to sneak into someone's platform. I'm not talking about.
It's all right. Look, I got my crystals with me, holding away all the negativity.
You guys need there is something. If I ever meet you guys in person, I know what I'm gonna give you as a gift. The three of you. It's an evil eye. This is very like a Persian, Middle Eastern thing. We believe that. So over there in Lebanon, everybody has it hanging from their cars.
Can you have it hanging from a nice bottle of champagne?
Well, if you're going to drink it with me, then yeah.
Okay.
It's a deal.
All right.
Yes.
Done. All right. So with that, Dana, we're going to go around the room. We're going to start with you first. What are you looking forward to, if anything, from the rest of the season of 90 Day Fiance?
I want to know what Angela's secret is.
Okay.
She said she had a secret to tell Michael.
I couldn't even guess what that is.
What? You can or can't?
Can't.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, heck. What now?
No, I can't guess. Okay. We want to know what Angela's secret is. Miriam?
Not me. I don't want to see Angela anymore. I hope they give her a Xanax at the tell-all, because every tell-all, she attacked someone.
Me and Kip Hart both went,
yeah.
You're going to have Angela Deem sliding into your DMs telling you, look, woman.
Bring it, girl.
And look, you don't need to be on the OC offering that stuff now.
Well, I feel like she's a bully to everybody. That she is a bully. She is a cyber bully that has a platform. I really think
she does this.
She's a bully to Michael. She's a bully to her castmates. Like, she picks who she's gonna stand with, and then who's she going to attack. Because
I'm waiting to hear the problem.
Even Angela, she doesn't have too much to talk in the tell-all when it's known that Michael is not gonna come here. And if he comes, he's not coming in a K-1 visa anymore. See how irrelevant her story is right now. Now he's immigration. It's a different show. So she always picks someone, and mark my words, you're going to see it. Who do you think she's going to attack this year?
That might be the secret. It might have gotten twisted up about him getting here.
She's probably going to go after, honestly, she'd probably go after Natalie at the reunion, because Natalie's so opinionated.
Oh,
and she'd probably be like, listen, little girl. She'd be like, shut the hell up before I drag you across this reunion. You get out of my face. Like, I can imagine it, but that's why I love her.
That would be a show. Put all those women in a house, Natalie, Angela, and
okay, we're not trying to start a WWE cage match here. This is not this is 90 Day Fiance.
The women of 90 Day Fiance in one house for 2 weeks. Will they survive?
Kempire, what are you looking forward to?
I'm going to give Angela some alcohol just so that she's ripping and running for this tell-all. I'm excited about the tell-all. I'm excited about seeing what's going to go down with Asuelu and his mom and his sister. And that's coming up. What else? And I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Tiffany Arano. That's actually an interesting storyline that feels real.
Yeah, that's true.
See, for me, I think I'm most excited. What'd you say?
I don't think it feels real at all.
It has to feel real. What do you mean he can't come to America right now? She's with them. They're with child. They have a baby.
And she
said a baby.
And she knew.
Booby babies.
She knew she has babies. She knew all along. So it's hard to feel with her.
Sometimes we're just hopeless romantics, Miriam. Sometimes we just want to do the damn thing for love, just to wonder and hope that it works out. Is that?
I want to fall in love.
Listen, get in line.
Wait a second, Adam.
You're in love. What about Jason?
I'm just kidding. I love you.
Where's Jason?
I know Jason's like, what the what?
He knows that I lock the door when I come in here, so he's probably on the other side waiting with like a butcher knife. Like, what did you just say? Okay. All right. So with that, hi, Miriam. That's right, Miriam. You get out of here. Okay. With that, Dana, can you let us know before we go where we can find you?
Thank you. I'm at Dear Dana 3 on Instagram, and you can find me on YouTube under Dear Dana with a big dragonfly.
All right. All right. And guys, make sure you go check out Dana's page and then drop her a subscribe and a like. And it's always great that we can all come on here and show some love. I wanted to do Dana first because we all can learn something from Kempire, and that's probably the way that he sells off his channel in less than 30 seconds as fast as he can by telling us everything that you can find from him. So with that, Kempire, where can we find you?
You can find me on my Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. And my weekly podcast, Kempire Radio, which comes out every single Friday.
I feel like you shortened that.
No.
Okay. All right, guys. And also go check out Kempire. Honestly, thank you both and Miriam. I don't know where the hell she just went off to, but she was like, I'm done with this conversation. Nobody agreed with me this whole time. I'm out. Okay, so Miriam, we love you. And you can also go join and be part of, if Miriam was here, I'll just do her exit for her. You can find me on Instagram by Not Paid by Anyone. And then also you can be one of my 3 subscribers on YouTube. That's what she always says. 4. Sorry. Miriam, we love you. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys. All right, make sure that you go follow Kempire and Dana and also show Miriam some love. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I was going to say me, but us in this video. I appreciate it as always. I am doing another interview coming up any minute, and I'm dropping another video about the Real Housewives of Potomac. So everything's been crazy this week, guys. We're moving. Just bear with us. And until next time, we'll see you then. Bye, guys. Bye.